Hey Invicta family, Marissa Morgan and Ryan Johnson here for another edition of Invicta Online Live. This edition, the SubAqua Noma edition. We're going to feature 6 SubAqua Nomas, and we're going to start with 1 and work our way right up to 6. SubAqua Noma, Ryan, what do you have to say about that style?
So SubAqua is a really big collection of ours. It's actually number 2 on an annual basis. Noma is just one of the series within SubAqua. We have like the Nitro, the Venom, the Sea Dragon, everything else. But this is a collection, or this is a series that everybody loves. I love the SubAqua. I was just telling Marissa when I got hired full time from Invicta. By Invicta 8 years ago, actually, just about this time, I treated myself to a SubAqua Noma 4.
That was your kind of treat to yourself.
Yeah.
Well, ironic that you say that, because my first treat to myself arrived in the mail this week. Ryan sized it for me yesterday, and now I'm the proud owner of a Pro Diver.
Yeah, looks
pretty
good.
Fun stuff.
40 millimeter looks great on you.
I think it's a great size. And I do love the black and gold.
Yes.
I wear a lot of black and gold. So speaking of black and gold, you guys will get a glimpse of mine on the screen in a minute, but the star of the show is going to be this 47 millimeter SubAqua Noma 1. We were calling this the next generation Swiss. It's the quartz chronograph bracelet style, lots of gold on this. And this was really the style that kicked off the SubAqua series, isn't it?
SubAqua and SubAqua Noma, the first generation. It's actually, this is a 47 millimeter, which we've had. And the original was just a little bit smaller, but this design kicked off for the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and now 6th. That's actually we've made available to the public out there. So what you're getting into is a 47 millimeter case design, a size that men can wear, a size that women can wear also. I mean, but it is, for 47 millimeters, there is a big heft that goes along with it. We have thick, solid links, as you can see, that wrap around the wrist, a dual deploying closure right down here at the very bottom. So it's a very easy on, easy off, no fingernails required. That's all a part of that. And there's your case back. When the case back will tell you all that pertinent information that you need to know about the timepiece there, along with, as you can see, that dragon, the SubAqua Noma logo.
Yeah, this one is a very, very heavy piece. For someone who likes to feel their watch, who likes to be reminded of the power behind a really nice timepiece, this is going to be a great choice for you. You got the black dial on this, and then 3 sub dials. It's $26.67 on an interest-free value pay. Today we're saving you 68% in terms of savings on that, suggested manufacturer's retail price. So it's $159.99. That seems like a lot of watch for a small price tag like that.
Yeah, well, it is. There's a ton of watch that goes along with it. I mean, this watch also is a professional dive watch. This variation happens to be 200 meters of water resistance. That makes it a professional dive watch. And then the movement on the inside is a Swiss movement. So you'll see Marissa was talking about the 3 different subdials. Right over here, this is your perpetual seconds, so that's keeping time with both the hour, keeping time with both the hour and the minute hand. Down at the very bottom, this is actually your 30-minute stopwatch, or what we call a chronograph, that's in association with both this second hand, this large second hand that's moving. Over here is your day of the week indicator, and you can see at this 4 o'clock position, there is your date of the month indicator too. So a lot of functionality that goes along with the watch. I'll put the watch on my wrist just so you can see what it looks like. But yeah, I have a couple SubAqua Noma 1s myself. It's a fantastic timepiece. I mean, it's this unique design that we have. And what's really interesting is when we first came out with the SubAqua Noma, we retired it when we came out with the 2nd generation. We retired the 2nd generation when we came out with the 3rd. And when we came out with the 3rd and retired that and came out with the 4th, we had a lot of outcry. So we brought back the 3rd generation, but then we decided to bring back the 2nd and also the 1st generations too. And collectors are still picking up on it. They love the design, they love the style, they love the integrity, the quality components that we use that make up these watches.
Well, I do think this is a great watch for anyone who loves the look of gold too. There's so much gold on this, from the bezel to the subdials, then to those deep, thick links that are just it's just dripping down your arm in gold. It does have that flame fusion crystal, which means it's going to be scratch resistant and impact resistant, 8 inches on the bracelet and sizable. So you can fit this perfectly on your wrist up to, I would say, a 7 3/4 inch wrist size, 7.5 inch wrist size, and that is available in the black edition. $159.99 or $26.67 on a value pay. There's a quick look of Ryan and Todd Newton. Todd Newton will be back in the house on air, I think later this week.
Funny, I just on my way down, I called you to just say, hey, I was going to be there before the show, but I was a little bit running behind. And then I called Todd on the way down too. So he actually called back as I was pulling in. I had to
You're like, Todd,
send him
I
a
gotta
message,
go.
be like, call you later.
I got an Invicta online live. I gotta go.
Yeah, so Todd will be back soon too. So I know a lot of you guys are wondering about that.
I'm going to, go ahead. Sorry,
yeah.
I'm going to pull this up on YouTube because I did have yes, I do, because I want to say hi to our friends.
Jamie's going to get in. He's always got to get in during the show.
Say hi to Jamie. No. We need you. Well, I want to give some shout outs. We'll kind of scroll through them together here. I'll take the first couple. Here, by the way, we're going to show you the info on the SubAqua 2. This is fun. This is a very dramatic watch. Lots of iridescent and abalone. Before we jump into the details, though, I'll pick hello to John, Victor, American Breed, and Marbury, Bolden, and
Marbury, yeah.
Mike.
He takes a lot of great photos on our Invicta cruises. I saw Vic and Bob is here. So yeah, thank you guys for taking time out of your day to join here with us and just to see a little bit what we have for the SubAqua Noma series.
Hi, Smitten by Invicta. Hi, Jermaine. And hi to Mike. We got a lot of people in the house today, Bob. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. This one is like just a rainbow on your wrist, saving you almost $400 on this particular watch today. This is the Invicta 47mm SubAqua Noma 2. It's the quartz chronograph with the abalone dial, all that iridescence all around the entire watch, really. And it's $199.99 today, which is a 67% savings. $40 on an interest-free value pay gets this one home.
Yeah, I love this watch. So out of all 6 different generations, it's the second generation, which this is, the SubAqua Noma 2, and also the SubAqua Noma 4, which happen to be the most elusive, I guess you could say, in terms of trying to add those to your collection. We don't produce as many of those variations or as models as we do with the first, the third, the 5th, and the 6th generations that we have. So what you're getting into is, Marissa was talking about, it's the iridescent plating. You see the iridescent plating all the way around, those dominant colors of purples and blues and greens and yellows.
Neat.
Yeah, with a matte or with a brush finish and also a high polish finish that's a part of this. But then when you look on the inside to match up with everything and continue that whole flow, we include in that abalone shell for this, which is that organic material. And this is that natural color of that abalone shell. Inside we have the Ronda 5030, which is a quartz chronograph. This watch will actually, as opposed to the first watch, time up to 12 hours with that stopwatch feature that's built inside of this timepiece.
Well, this is definitely for those of you who like a lot of attention, for those of you who like to stand out. Ryan's going to put it on his wrist now to give you a real nice look. I feel like this is one of those watches between the gold one we just showed off and then this one, it kind of gives you an instant skin glow too. It really just gives you an instant tan, I think. No sun needed, right?
Well, we have we've been doing the iridescent plating for a few years now, and other watch companies are picking up on it. And you know, we still do it. We still love it. Our collectors want more and more designs out there, and you know, it was really interesting. A collector told me that he wanted to get one of the iridescent timepieces. He got the actual 40mm Pro Diver version, but he said that he's a hairstylist, and his shears are iridescent.
Oh,
also,
how
he wanted something to
cool.
match up. So, but here's the thing: I have on white sneakers, gray jeans, and a black V-neck T-shirt. I think something like this looks cool. I mean, again, you want that pop of color. People can definitely notice something like this caliber of this timepiece on your wrist.
Well, I think, Ryan, you just brought up a great point because with 4,000 designs being brought to the table every year from Invicta, we have something for everybody.
Yeah.
Whether you want that pop of color, or whether you really like to be drenched in gold, or you love stainless steel, whether you like something brushed or high polished. I think Invicta is the brand that really gives you lots of choices and options, and I think that's why so many people are drawn to the Invicta family.
So I have a question before we go into this next presentation. So all of you out there who are watching right now, What watch do you think we're going to show next?
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry.
Not every.
Jamie.
It's habit. It's
All right, how about this? Because you know it's the third, the SubAqua Noma 3. Can you guess what the next watch and the whole theme of this hour actually is?
Well, I said the theme at the beginning of the show.
But they should be able to kind of guess the whole theme and the progression.
I like
So,
it. By the way, I do want to share that John the phone guy said, amen, the SubAqua Noma 2 and 4 were tough to find.
Yes.
For sure.
And John has, I think, 150 in his collection, and then his wife Christy has maybe another, I think, dozens and dozens, if not that 100
Wow.
mark. Yeah.
Wow. Well, speaking of collectors, I do want to give a shout out to my friend Andy Broadway. He just commented on my Instagram photo of my new watch that he has, I think, 28 Invictas.
Oh,
so
cool.
also another big
Nice.
fan out there. So hi to Andy, who is living in California. Yay. Well, this is going to be the 47 millimeter SubAqua Noma 3. Nope, just kidding.
50.
That's what we just
Yeah, 50
had. How
millimeter.
about we go to the right card, Marissa? There we are. 50 millimeter SubAqua Noma 3, quartz chronograph. This one has, I think this is actually a silicone strap
Yes, it is.
for all day comfort, all day wearability, which is great because when you get a watch this big, you start getting bigger and bigger. You wonder, is that going to be comfortable to wear all day? Well, I think the way that they did the strap on this is a testament to yes,
Yeah,
super comfortable.
it's one of our great designs that we have. We have a patent that goes along for the case. You have the 500 meters of water resistance, being SubAqua, meaning underwater. I should have
Underwater.
said that a little bit earlier in the course of the show.
Under the sea,
But
under the sea. What movie is that from?
that is, I am imagining The Little Mermaid.
That is correct. That is correct. Hold on, before we jump in, I love this. Smitten by Invicta's got 99 watches now. John the phone
Oh,
guy's up to
so I was right.
165.
Okay, that was right. 99 she's at. So,
Yeah. And then
interesting.
Victor's got 95.
Because I remember when her husband hit 100, he got it with a Venom. His first watch he bought from me on the show was a Venom, and then his 100th was a Venom.
Oh,
also.
that's so cool. Well, thank you guys so much for being a part of the family and being so interactive with us during our our Facebook lives, our Invicta online lives. It makes it so much fun for us, and we get to know a little bit more about you. American Breed is at about 100 is at about 40 right now.
Nice.
I'm at 1, you guys, so y'all got me beat.
Well, the
So
thing
you
is,
gotta start somewhere.
everybody started at 1,
Boom.
right?
Yeah, and you helped me pick out my first one, so I like that. All right, so this is going to be the SubAqua Noma 3 that Ryan's putting on his wrist now. It's got that silver tone case with that deep black silicone strap. Tons of texture happening on this watch, I feel like.
Yeah, so what we have is a lot of different finishing techniques. We have 3 different finishing techniques. What you'll find on the bezel is actually a matte industrial non-reflective finish, as you'll see, but all the minute markers in 5-minute increments rising up actually are high polished. The case is a satin finish and high polished, and the strap actually has then that matte finish also. One final thing too when it comes to this watch is you're getting that movement on the inside, the Ronda Z60, again, one of our go-to movements, but you'll see 3 different rider tabs coming up on the bezel, designated this as that 3rd generation from us. You'll see coming up, I'm sure most of you figure, oh, they're gonna do a SubAqua Noma 4 next. So there'll be 4 rider tabs coming up on that next watch.
So can I ask you a question? You know the fact that the bezel moves, we call it either unidirectional or...
Yeah, yep.
The purpose of that
So
is
the-
in diving, correct?
Yeah, well, it stems from diving, but it's also, you can use that in any sort of any day occurrence. Like
To keep track of time.
to
How
keep
much
track of
has
time.
elapsed?
Right, so how much time has actually elapsed? Like, for example, yesterday, we had some photos taken outside at a park, and we had to pay for the parking. So, had an hour. What do? You set your bezel to where the minute marker actually is. So, like with you would rotate the bezel right here, turn it, it only goes counterclockwise. And you want to line up that little triangle, which is your 0 mark,
Yep.
to the minute hand.
To the minute hand.
So about 16 after.
Oh.
Okay, so you'll see right here, now, that's your start point.
So.
And then once the minute hand goes to right here, that means 10 minutes has elapsed, 20 minutes and a full circle
so once
around.
it gets back to that point
An
and
hour
it
has
matches,
elapsed.
I know it's been an hour.
Correct.
Without having to
Yep,
do
or,
anything.
or any incremental minutes before.
Oh, if I need
Yeah.
to know 30 minutes.
You know then when the
Once
hand is
it
pointing there,
hits to
30 minutes is there. And the
I
reason
love
why
learning new stuff.
and the
Yes.
reason why is it only goes one direction is because counterclockwise is if you're diving and you bump it or somehow it moves underwater.
Wait, say that one more time.
So the reason why it's unidirectional, only
Yeah.
counterclockwise, is if you are diving, let's say, and for some reason maybe you bump it or something happens where something bumps into it where it rotates, it's only going to rotate counterclockwise.
Meaning less time.
Well, meaning less time. So
You
you
would
actually
never-
have, so
yes.
you submerge to the surface with plenty of oxygen, as opposed to going the other direction
Oh my
where you would
gosh.
be underwater for a longer period of time with not enough oxygen.
I love it. I love learning something new every day.
Yeah.
By the way, John says that venom is his drug of choice.
Yep.
I like that. And then Mike says Leviathan and Sea Hunter are
Leviathan.
his. Leviathan. And then American Breed says Excursion for me and Smitten by Invicta gives 2 fist bumps
There
to
you go.
Vic. I love this. You guys are so much fun. We're going to jump into the SubAqua Noma 4. Are we seeing the theme here? And this one is our Star Wars edition. So this one will come in a Star Wars branded package, Invicta box, saving you $469 on this design. We're doing it today, Evine live price, $179.99, or how about 72% off? You've got your choice of the BB-8 or
Yep.
the Stormtrooper. We're way more limited in the BB-8 though, so
Now,
that's your choice.
BB-8 is off to the left-hand side with the orange. He is a droid that debuted in 2015, A Force Awakens. It's actually that and The Last Jedi. I've really, I mean, all the movies have been great lately. I mean, I think Star Wars is definitely killing it out there with the great stories continuing all the way from 1977. And in fact, 1977 is the numbered limited edition that we will do on either one of these watches. So that's actually something special to the collectors out there too. So this is the SubAqua Noma 4. Notice the 4 different rider tabs that are coming up off the bezel yet again. And what I like with both BB-8 and also with the Stormtroopers, if you look at the dial, you'll see it's almost like you're looking out into outer space there.
Yes,
Yep.
I like
And
that.
I would have to say, I don't know, Jamie, if you're looking at right now,
Yeah.
would you say on BB-8, is that almost like he's looking out of the Millennium Falcon from the bridge at the perhaps?
Perhaps.
Because I know he was in the X-Wing fighters.
Yeah. Yeah.
It just kind of looks like that one part that comes out where Chewbacca and Han Solo would actually be.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, I'm
And-
trying to
and-
hold
and
these
Ra- and-
watches
and
still.
now
Can
Ray.
you stop shaking
Right.
the table?
Yes, I can.
Jeez, trying to do a good job here.
Well,
Coming back.
but then too, you'll see it's a
No,
little
how
bit of
hard it
different
is
design.
to hold these still. They're so heavy.
You know what though? Here's the thing,
This is a
and,
heavy
and I'm
watch.
usually pretty good at
You're
it. But,
so good at this.
oh, but
Oh,
hold,
what?
hold on. Can we
Yeah.
do another tight
Oh,
shot?
gosh, why?
I'm not going to mention any hosts, but sometimes when I'm doing a tight shot, they'll be like, "And this watch is just great," and just like you have to get it now, and just.
It's like
It happens. You guys know who
Oh
are
my
watching
God.
right
Well,
now.
I wanna know who
I'm
it
trying.
is.
I'm trying to
Is it
hold
Kendi?
it so.
Is it
I'm
Kathy Norton?
I am not.
It's one of the ladies,
I am
I
not.
bet. One
I'm
of the
not
ladies.
going to say who it is or isn't. So.
Well, savings on that one is pretty big, and you can take it home. $30 on an interest-free value pay. Really limited, so limited on the BB-8. Only just a couple of those to go around. Well, you guys are picking up what we're putting down, because guess what's next? SubAqua Noma 5.
Yep.
Chronograph, chronological order, watches, time. We're doing it right
Yeah,
today.
so this watch is actually pretty cool. It was back, I believe, 2013. We actually entered this watch design on the bracelet to the Red Dot Award over in
Todd
Europe.
apparently is the one that hits the table.
Todd is one of them.
Oh, one of them.
Yeah.
And the
I
other
I wasn't
guesses?
going to say anybody, but
Daniel.
You know,
I hear it's
the
Daniel,
name
too.
starts with T and ends in odd. So.
T-Odd. I don't
You
know
but
anybody who has
actually,
those.
you know, there are other hosts too. Though, you know, you're like this. You have the watch in a nice shot, and that's why I actually hold them up sometimes. But then they'll put their elbows down, and when you put down the elbow, you'll see it still happens. So, but
Look at all this
anyway,
great stuff I'm learning.
but
When
the
we
thing is,
first-
like,
when we do our first show,
I
it's gonna be
know,
great.
I know, I'm a huge hack sometimes too. So
Well,
it's all good.
John, the phone guy, says totally a Todd moment. Ha. And Daniel.
But getting back to this, we actually entered this watch into the Red Dots Award. We faced
Yeah.
off over 4,600 different entries from I think it was 117 different countries
Yeah.
or manufacturers, and from 46 different countries. And we actually won the Product Design Award for this watch. It was some really cool and extreme engineering we did for this timepiece, where we have this new system for the function pushers, which will actually deploy out with this little gear system right here. And then we have this butterfly component that goes along just so you can easily access the crown and make any sort of adjustments and
Well,
then
that's really
screw.
neat.
And then even what we call the frame protectors that go along for the bracelet that rise up a little bit more and just kind of almost protect the rest of the watch when you have it on.
Well, let me ask you a question, Ryan. For those of our Invicta family members who don't know what the Red Dot Award is,
Yeah.
what is it? Where does it happen?
So it's
and what
over.
does it mean?
It's over in Europe, and you can send anything. I mean, you could send, this ped or
A
you know,
telephone
some new cool tool or any sort of invention out there. And there's
Okay.
a panel. I think is it 46 that they have different categories of what you can actually different categories of what you can submit your product into. And so we won the product design award just with the engineering that goes along, and we had a
amazing.
huge press release about it too. You can still probably see it on our website, but yeah, it's really cool. I have a SubAqua Noma 5. It's actually one of my favorite watches, one of my go-to watches that I have. I love the size, I love the fit, I love the feel, I love the look when I have this watch on my wrist. And this one, the gold tone and green, I think this shows money on the wrist.
Oh, I like where your head's at. Lots of gold on this one. Again, I believe you're getting more of a brushed look on this with a little bit of a polish as well. $519 savings too. I really do think that Evine has the best prices when it comes to Invicta. I mean, I
Yeah.
know you can shop elsewhere, but why? Right? Because we offer the best pricing and you have that 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can get it home. You can size it perfectly for your wrist. We also sell a toolkit as well. And we are often running a special that if you decide to try the Invicta Bolt Cologne, and you choose a watch at the same time, you get $5 off the purchase of that cologne, which I might add, Ryan, my dad loves it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah,
I'm glad he likes it.
He said, hey, your mother really likes this cologne on me. Can I get more if I need to? I'm like, Dad, we've got it at Evine. I've got you covered. Well, 50 millimeters, this is a nice size watch too. Very substantial, sitting up off the wrist, about 21 millimeters. It's got that mineral crystal, so scratch resistant. And it's a 8 3/4 length sizable bracelet.
Yeah, beautiful bracelet. I think the bracelet is extremely fluid on the wrist, very, very comfortable. And what we have on the inside, I think it's the ETA G10. I got to double check.
It is, you're right.
Yep, ETA G10.
And
I'm
it's
just
a
telling by
Swiss
the
movement.
sub-dial. Yep,
Yeah.
so you have a Swiss movement on the inside.
Nice. And obviously, when we think about watches, if it's Swiss approved, Swiss made, 65% of it has to be either made, assembled, inspected, parts from Switzerland.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, we are gearing up. See what I did there? Gearing up to hit the end
yeah.
of the show. And why not end with the SubAqua Noma 6? This will definitely win most sparkly in show, should it be entered into a watch contest. It does feature 199 pave set diamonds. So this is definitely a watch for someone who likes to stand out and showcase a little bit of bling bling. $649.99 is going to be our online special price. This is one of the biggest savings in show as well, 74% off. If you've been wanting to add a diamond Invicta to your collection, I think for $108 over the next 6 months, that's a great price point.
Yeah, this is a cool watch. I don't see too many SubAqua Noma 6s at that 42 millimeters. You'll be able to see we still have that new system that we have right here for the function pushers, where it has that little red internal sleeve that goes along, so it's visually shows you that either one of the function pushers or the crown is actually open, so you know to get those lockdown finger tight when you go into the
look
water.
at that. Okay.
Yeah, so again, really cool in design. All mirror polish, that chrome polish finish that you'll see that's a part of this watch. So even with the knurling that goes down the center link of the timepiece here, you'll be able to see that also. And then those beautiful and exquisite diamonds on the inside, all pave style, with that Ronda Z60 underneath it here for this watch.
Well, I think John the phone guy said it best. He says that is a boatload of bling. It's kind of hard, Ryan, to like imagine this as a true dive watch, but it is 500 meters of water resistant and all the features and functions of a dive watch, but so much glamour.
Well, we have the flame fusion crystal. I mean, we use the quality components that go along, and I mean, we have, I like to say, you know, some of the watches we have the beauty and also the brawn to back it up. So it looks exquisite, looks elegant, but then also just a very robust timepiece also.
I love it. Well, make sure you give myself and Ryan a follow on Instagram and Facebook. On Instagram, I'm the Marissa Morgan. He is Invicta Ryan. He is Invicta Ryan on Facebook, and I am Marissa Morgan Evine. I guess soon to be Shop HQ on Facebook.
That's Thursday, right?
That'll be Thursday. If you guys aren't familiar There's been lots of news and scrolling and messages, but we are transitioning to be Shop HQ. This Thursday is when the party starts, 11 p.m. Eastern. So make sure you stay tuned and join us on the air. I think Lynn Shocker might be kicking it off. And I guess I
Nice.
just, from our Invicta family to yours, I hope you guys have a great rest of your
and
week.
I'm excited for the new name change too. I mean, the network has had different names over the years, but I have to say, Shop HQ was always my favorite. I thought
good.
it just made sense.
It makes sense.
Makes
We're your
sense.
shopping headquarters
That's right.
for great fashion, great watches.
I think too,
and-
shop high quality too.
Oh, I like that too.
All right.
Hold on, wait. Can we think of anything else? I love Shop HQ. Shop. How many?
See you guys.
And it's time to go.
Gotta go. See ya.